buzzing across the universe like Tesla coiling in his grave, still mad about Edison. This is Locker Room Talk, and I am your host, Political. You know, every once in a while, I'd like to talk about something.
About me. I want to talk about me.
Two, specifically. Boy Clinton commenting on the hashtag #MeToo movement. This ass clown doubling down on his rape allegations does more than mentally abuse his victims all over again. When this is reported, now powerful, compromised, and corrupt men will likely lean hard left. Look for them. We all know there's rhinos out there. Doesn't take long to smell one. But I want to let you in on a little secret. I want to tell you who the real heroes are. They're heroin. The presence of middle-aged women on social media touting their flags, drinking a beer, and shouting, "Woo!" is paramount. I would wager that QAnon's following is 85% 35 to 55-year-old women. I read the comments, and for every Nazi, Cheeto, liar, hypocrite, buzzword nonsense, there is a barrage of well-articulated, well-informed, middle-aged women spraying down the rabid morons that are getting their only exercise all day by moving their thumbs and grunting. You know them. The Antifa.
Antifa!
And I want to let Antifa know something, too. I walk slowly with a big stick. While you betas think you can get power and protection from huddling up underneath George Soros' nutsack, I'm here to tell you, you got another thing coming. George Soros is the new J.P. Morgan. I don't know if you know this, but the DNC has been using agent provocateurs all the way back to Franklin Roosevelt. Similarly to Trump, his entire party was against his candidacy. Everyone, on the left and the right.
All, let's say, cow poo-poo aside, there is zero chance we'll be seeing you being sworn in on the Capitol steps with your hand on a giant golden Bible.
Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point. At real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump. At least I will go down as a president. So help me God. Congratulations, Mr. President.
But like Hamilton, like Lincoln, like FDR, JFK, and DJT, we can gather together as one voice to say something powerful. No. No to open borders. No to gerrymandering. No to race baiting. No to child abuse. No to pressure from people LARPing as liberals, pushing bullshit narratives fueled by seething hatred that is, unfortunately, the manifest destiny of bad policies and bad art. Never cast a spell you can't reverse, Kathy. Trying to understand the upper class in this country by rendering all of the data my experiences have allowed me has given me an incomputational readout. Sometimes I fancy myself as extraordinariable. But if God were to check in at least once daily, he'd find me rubbing my backside, trying to push the light back up the spinal staircase. From FARC Christmas lights to Kanye West on TV saying George Bush doesn't like black people. I am in awe at the bizarre nature of this whole medium reality.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
I know I said this last time, but I wasn't in one of the greatest of moods. So I'll try again. Humanity can't quit playing with its dick. I would surmise that the majority of conflict on this planet stems from hard-ons. Before you assume I'm sexist for using a manly metaphor for all humanity, let me point out a double standard. Ladies listening to this. Raise your hand if, when a teacher called you to the front of the class, you had to do the old textbook hard-on cover-up. I didn't think so. Sure, your bosom may swell and your lips may pout, but you will never know the terror of Miss Traywick catching you looking up her skirt. And see that look of joy in her eye as she tells you to come to the front of the class and stand before your peers. What I'm really getting at here is that sexuality permeates through the underbelly of literally everything, including politics. It may just be me, but I think there's something a little bit gay about a handshake. Anyone who's ever held hands with the opposite or diagonal sex knows that there's something about it. Well, I shook a man's hand once, and I liked it. But in order to seek a more positive, coherent, celebrated existence in this reality we dwell in and call home, sweet Jesus laid before humanity, as it were, 10 commandments. Well, I say we gave it our best shot, folks. 10 was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 too many. 3 is all you need. So allow me to propose Political's commandments. Don't rape, don't murder, and don't steal. Don't force someone to do something intimate with you that they don't want to do. I don't know why that's so fucking difficult. And 2, don't murder. If you come home and your buddy's there with your wife's legs up in the air, if you get past murder, divorce court will be a breeze, all right? And 3, don't steal. Don't take things that don't belong to you just because you want them. I get how easy it is to become consumed by ego and make mistakes. What is unjustifiable is refusing to acknowledge the things that you have clearly done and gotten away with. While you cast, semantic spells to forward your following's imagination over the edge of an intellectual cliff while you grin as they moo to the ground. Take some goddamn responsibility and be a man. Every person you slander and libel with fabrications is another nail in your coffin. Stop. I don't like covering these things. I'd rather be telling jokes about pull my finger. It's just now, every time you pull my finger, it says Uranium 1, Awan Brothers, DNC servers. I'm all out of jokes. A lot of people, a third of the country, would disagree with me. To them, I'd say clearly I may be wrong about some things. And when you're dealing with this much information, it's like staring out across a field with a mountain range behind it. You cannot fit it all into your scope. So I try to narrow it down in a double-lung heart. On animals, humans are a walking broadside target. Well, we may now restore our temple. Tear it down, boys. The only thing these animals understand is grand terror. Haven't you had enough? Enough of the lies? Enough of playing your part? Enough of being a sheep that is bowing to people playing God? Well, I know I sure have. That's why I shop with the good guys. I genuinely wouldn't rep InfoWars products if I didn't like them. I know not a lot of people see this, but I know the right ones do. Be best, people. And until next time, I'm political.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.